Hey guys, in this video I want to show you the 10 fruit trees that I planted last year in the summer, I believe, and now it is the following spring. So they've been in the ground for a little bit under a year, and I just want to show you what they look like. So this right here is a Bartlett pear tree. This second stalk here, this is actually a shoot that popped out soon after we planted it, and you can see it's almost as thick as the initial one. I know some people might recommend pruning this off, but I think I'm actually going to keep it. It looks like it's thriving really well, and I kind of want to see what the tree looks like with two main trunks. So that's our Bartlett pear tree, being in the ground for about a year. Over here, I can't remember, these two trees are either like nectarine or peach. Now this guy has not had a lot of growth. You can see there's not many leaves here. I actually had to tear off some leaves because they had leaf curl disease. When you see that, you want to pluck it off before it spreads, else it will literally take out all your leaves. So these two trees do not have much growth at all. So this is a peach or nectarine or apricot tree. And then right here, we have a plum tree. Now this also looked very sparse in the first year, but it's got a lot more leaves this year, and I believe it flowered, so maybe we'll get couple plums from it. It's got a lot of these root suckers here that are starting to pop out of it. I don't know if I should cut this this root sucker. It looks like there's one main trunk going straight up from the bottom. I guess if I want to strengthen this, I probably would prune it, but I don't know. I'm kind of new to this, so I kind of want to keep it there and just see what happens, but I might trim it. We'll see. So then the other 6 fruit trees are all apple trees, and they're on the other side of the property where I'm walking. And they actually experienced a lot more growth. So here's the Honeycrisp apple tree. And it is looking pretty good. Here is the Gala apple tree. It's also looking pretty good, starting to thicken up, get pretty tall as well. I haven't really done any pruning on these trees. Take a look at this loop-de-loop. I don't even know if I want to prune that off. That just looks so cool. This tree, when it was first planted in the ground, that first fall, it produced, I think, about 20 apples that were all only got to be about, I don't know, maybe that big or so before some sort of animal ate them all, I believe. These other 2 apple trees, they both produced, I don't know, about 10 or so apples. Same thing. They grew until they were about that big, then they magically disappeared. I assume a raccoon or a squirrel or a deer or something ate them all. Right here, there was a bunch of trees that I decided to get rid of. I was just worried about these apple trees having enough sunlight from the south side and not having competition with the roots and things. So we ended up having our neighbor use a backhoe to rip those up. There are 3 more apple trees over here that this is their second year. So they've been in the ground for almost a year, and they are looking pretty good. And I believe all of these apple trees blossomed. Oh, sweet! Look at that. We have got some apples that are growing. Oh man, I wonder if we're gonna be able to eat those this year. That would be exciting. I'm kind of expecting it to take a few years before we'll enjoy the fruit of these trees. Here's another tree. I think these 3 apple trees are actually a Cortland apple trees, but they're looking pretty healthy. This one's getting pretty tall. And I think this is my favorite tree. I think it's because the main trunk looks maybe like it's thickened the most. But I think this is another Cortland apple tree, and it has been in the ground here in Missouri for a little under a year, and I am just excited. These 3 in the field here, surrounded by all this like mustard weed or whatever it is, they've really started to take off. Just to show you the difference, take a look at these apple trees that I planted, just within the last few months. So this was from Menards, I believe. It's an Arkansas black apple. I also bought a few trees from Lowe's, and I think I got some from Tractor Supply. I think these ones were from Lowe's. These ones were like in baggies, and so they weren't like root bound. They were kind of just had some loose soil or mulch around the roots. But I think this is like a Macintosh, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, Macintosh apple. Here's another one. It's first few months in the ground, threw out some leaves, which is exciting. Now these two apple trees, I'm not sure what's going on, but they both went all wiggity whack on me and got blown over or something. Maybe the soil is too loose or something when it gets wet, because these keep on blowing sideways. I straightened them out last time I was here, I think, and here they are sideways again. I'll probably have to stake them so they don't blow over. But you can see the dramatic difference in how good a fruit tree looks just after 1 year, its second year, when it starts to blossom. Here's the Arkansas black apple. It's kind of a late bloomer. If you are considering planting fruit trees, I highly recommend it. It's super rewarding. And you know, after the first few years, I can just imagine how exciting it's going to be to start getting fruit out of these. So when we planted these 18 additional fruit trees just a couple months ago, we actually used a backhoe. My neighbor used his tractor, and we did it in like an hour. We dug the holes, and then I filled them up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.